Attack the enemy! Victory is ours!
Hey everybody, this is just while the battle plays in the background, this is just a quick video to let you guys know when 1.77 comes out, whenever that is, and I don't know when it is. It could be tomorrow, it could be the end of the month. Anyway, when that happens, I will most likely still have pre-1.77 videos uploaded, and I will probably still have quite a few days before I get 1.77 content out on the channel. So, the day that 1.77 releases, the next morning when the video comes out and it's a French video or a Japanese tank video or a whatever video it is that's not new 1.77 content, I'd be really happy if everybody didn't have a heart attack about that and completely lose their minds and say, oh my god, why isn't this an Abrams video? Why is it, when is the Challenger first 10? I have to grind all the new tanks, I have to do all the everything. I've got to grind them all, so I will potentially have a first 10 out as soon as I possibly can, depending on whether or not I pick up one of the premiums. But if I don't get any of the premiums, you're just going to have to wait until I get the grinding done, which I'm trying to do grind prep, which is this battle in the background was an effort to get the M551 spaded up again, or almost spaded up again, just in case I could get a modification tier completion research boost, which I don't think I will because I already had it spaded out, but I wanted to get ready just in case, and then that way, even if I don't get the boost, then spade it out again. But anyway, that's just that's the pre-1.77 update part of this video, was just to let you guys know what the deal is going to be when 1.77 comes out. And now that we're in enemy contact, let's get into the battle with the M551 here. So it was a Cursed Conquest battle from the 11th of March, which was yesterday as I'm narrating this, and yesterday as I played it. I got some good scouting in on a couple of T-54s. I was waiting for them to continue forward down to the cap, and they didn't. And then there were 3 of them, well, 2 of T-54s and a Leopard, so I scouted as much as I could scout, and then I moved into ambush position, hoping I could at least severely disable one of the T-54s here. Trying to scout them all. And actually killed the one T-54 that I hit, which I was quite pleased with that result. They had taken the A point, and I've got some help pulling up behind me, so I'm waiting to reload the ATGM. I did not want to risk loading up the heat rounds, even though they load a little bit faster. I elected to just go for the I can actually hit the target I'm aiming at without any trouble here. So you can see the other T-54 and the Leopard shooting out there. The T-54 gets hit, and a bunch of smoke comes up in front of the Leopard, which was beautiful for me, because I was able to guide my Shillelagh missile in to hit the Leopard through the smoke, because I already had it aimed there, and he wasn't able to return fire at me until I was able to get back behind the house again here. So hit the Leopard, set him on fire, and then he got killed for an assist, which I was totally okay with. And then lined back up looking for our friend the T-54, who has moved onward. You can see him just fading out on the mini-map there. So trying to figure out exactly where he is. Quite a bit of fighting going on. Pushed up to the next house a little closer to try and figure out exactly where that T-54 had gone, because I hadn't seen him get killed, and I wasn't entirely sure where he was yet. Here's a quick tip for chat. If you're taking that many hits from somebody and you're complaining that they aren't killing you fast enough, then take an extra 5 seconds and type out where they are. If you're hit and your tank is disabled, tell your team where the dude is. So the T-54 had been knocked out when he was fading out, and so we were able to move in and luckily start the capture on the point here from basically behind a little bit of cover. So sweeping back and forth as quick as I can here, doing a sweep with my binoculars to try and spot anybody I could see up the hill towards the normal B point when it's domination. Didn't see anybody swinging through the woods. Don't see anybody there. Did a couple of peeks over at the water in case anyone fast had gotten down to the riverbank, but it doesn't look like anybody did, so
We've captured most of the strategic zone.
managed to get the cap. My artillery is reloaded. My spotting is reloaded. We're in pretty good shape. Then you could hear an enemy aircraft coming in, and we start getting strafed. was kind of quiet, just sitting in defense of the cap with my friend right here behind me in the M60, who is quite a help to me during this battle. And we ended up holding down the cap for quite a long time, as you will see here. He got another kill on an Object 906, which was a good shot halfway up the hill. I couldn't actually see the guy. I would like to have marked him, but I was certainly not complaining about a 906 getting killed, since he could easily take out my aluminum tank. So more just kind of scanning the horizon here and watching for anybody making an attempt on the A point. And hoping I don't get strafed by all these airplanes flying over, because there's more than just the friendlies. I would have not been angry if I'd have gotten a sight line on that ZSU-57 and hit him in the face with a ATGM. But I'm also not angry that he got destroyed and didn't get anywhere where he could get a shot at me either. Because, again, aluminum armor on the Sheridan here. And always good to throw a little bit of shade towards ZSU-57 guys who drive it as their first spawn and only shoot tanks with it. Zing! Sick burn. So now we see on the mini-map what the enemy team is doing instead of coming and trying to take the A point back and win the battle. They're trying to just get a couple of cheap spawn kills and not really worry about the extra bonus you get for winning. Because who gives a crap about your team? Just go for yourself. That's the War Thunder way. That's not the way you should play War Thunder. You should play team-based. As much as possible. There are obviously times when you want to try and get your kills. If you got a big booster going, or you're trying to finish an upgrade or something, alright, but other than that, play for the team, because when you win, everybody gets a better score. So I thought somebody had been marked up here in the weeds, in the trees, and I tried to blind binocular them, but I missed, and it turned out it was an Object 120, who I was happy to let burn up until his turret was turning towards myself and my friend, the M60. So he got an ATGM to the crew compartment to make sure I took out his gunner, if not anything else. And then I did apologize to the M60, because I did consider it kind of kill stealing since he'd knocked him out and set him on fire, but like I said in the chat, that turret was swinging over towards us, and I didn't want the Object 120 to kill the M60 while he was reloading. So yeah, I would rather knock an enemy out and steal a kill from a teammate and have that teammate survive. Which I've had that happen to me before, where somebody has killed a tank that I've got disabled and on fire. And I get a little angry about it because they say, well, I was protecting you. And I'm like, alright, fine. I appreciate that. Like, I knocked out his breach, but okay, that's fine. If you didn't, obviously you couldn't tell that his breach was knocked out. Anyway, moving on. Got a pretty decent critical, knocked out the gunner in the track on the T-54. Had him scouted, so he's scouted and disabled. And got another assist from my friend the M60. I was totally okay with that kill too. Then we're getting strafed. And it was not cool. That's an SU-6, and that's a bit of a problem. The Commander's M2 HB Browning actually trains up pretty darn high angle here. But it was really awkward and unwieldy at the angle I was shooting at. I did get a couple of hits on the SU-6. And of course he set me on fire because he would have done that through any tank's engine deck, much less an M551, but thankfully I was able to extinguish the fire and start the repairs. And then he came back in for another pass. I punched off an ATGM at him. But, unfortunately, no magic this time. Put some more 50s up at him with the coax as well. Look, got what looked like should have been a whole bunch of hits through his engine, but apparently was just 1 or 2 hits. And then swung the 50 cal back around again. More hits on him. 50 caliber, heavy Browning, heavy barrel Browning hits. Those look like they should be right through his engine. But it appears that the M60 got some good hits into his engine and took him out. Again, another assist. Again, I was totally okay with it because I really just wanted him dead before he set me on fire again. And I do appreciate Meteor Pilot, if you ever see this, Guest Bar 97. He was actually going to ram the Su-6 to get him off of us, to keep him from strafing us. That's some teamwork, gang. There was quite a bit of teamwork going on here, and I was pretty appreciative of it. Things were kind of quiet for a little bit here as the M60 and I just kind of sat at the cap and guarded and defended it. It was a nice little pairing here with myself with the binoculars and the ATGM and the M60 with the 105 millimeter regular gun. Not too bad. We made a pretty good combo down here defending the cap. And, you know, a little bit of air cover never hurts either. That Su-6 definitely had to worry about the meteor on his tail for a little while there and certainly contributed to his death, so. Right as the battle is about to end here, an Su-122-54 comes along. I knock him out, but it's just after they ran out of tickets. But alright. 2 kills, 4 assists, and a capture and a victory. I can dig it. I was in first place for a little while until our guys started getting some air score, but I'm not mad about a 4th place. I actually got 7,000 research, which I was not trying to get that much to finish off the improved optics, which actually completed my 4th tier of modification research again. So I don't think I actually lost out on a mod tier research completion boost, but I might have. Anyway, pretty good score for most of the team there. Not bad at all. 3 assist streak, even though I had 4 assists. And on hand, there's the kills, including the 122-54 at the end, who at least did make an effort towards the cap. But that's it. I look forward to bringing you guys 1.77 content as soon as I can. Just understand it is probably not going to be on day 1, probably maybe not even on week 1. Until then, we'll see you guys in the next video. There will be more regular content tomorrow, and take care and have a good day, everybody.